Welcome to 2020 AD. The Roaring Twenties is now here, and 2020 is the age of doom. In the midst of this chaos engine, the dark angel of shadows has returned. I am Spiritus Nocturnus, better yet known as Spiritus Leach. Though in this era, things have changed dramatically, and things have also changed with me. Though yet I am still Spiritus Leach, the Dark Prince. However, things are so different in this new dark dystopian world that we live in. During the time of the dark season 2019, I spoke of a major change that was going to occur in the world. I felt a shift of energy happening. And even before then, I spoke about the grand solar eclipse of 2016. And lo and behold, 4 blood moons later, Trump became president. Ever since then, things went downhill. The solar eclipse is a harbinger of doom. Fast forward to 2019, I said there was another change that was going to happen. This change was a major shift from the old world that many people once knew into this new world that we're living in right now, this new grim world. In this new grim world where everyone must wear a mask or die. Now, there are some who don't even know that they have this virus, and they are just out here passing it around. Some people actually think it's fake, or it's some type of political type of game going on. In particular, those who follow right-wing media and conservative views, like Fox News and such. So foolish. This is not a political game. This is a deadly killer, a silent, unseen, deadly virus that lurks out here. Politics aside, some are just foolish. Though speaking of politics, we have a president who is giving out false news and misrepresentations of COVID, even making fun of others who wear masks. Meanwhile, he tells others who follow him, who blindly follow him, to inject Lysol and bleach into their veins. Another Jim Jones for this modern era. After witnessing so much corruption from Trump and his associates and those who empower him, the Republicans are the ones to blame because they have single-handedly made Trump an unofficial king of America. An unofficial king of America. They have went against their own rules just to support somebody they truly admire. Meanwhile, as he continues to sit in that office and turns everything to dust, many people of color, black, brown, yellow, Native Americans, etc., are being killed by the pawns of the state, which is known as the police. They are the pawns of the state, the pawns of the capital. And something needs to be done about them in general. Some people are so concerned about stores being burned down, businesses being burned down, but yet and still they don't understand why people are out here protesting and burning down and destroying these buildings. They don't understand the root of the problem. They just think people are acting ignorant. For every action, there's a reaction. Remember that. And there will be no peace until justice will be served. Now, if it won't come from the hands of those who are oppressors and oppress us, it will come through another form. Right now, what's going on in America is a crying shame. Highest cases of COVID, and plus on top of that, racism, a corrupt president, a wannabe dictator. People are looking for a hero now. People are tired of the same old politics. We see how both sides have failed us. And we are tired of the same old politics. Just by electing a certain political figure to be a new president is not going to change much. It's only going to pacify a situation for the time being. It's still not getting at the root of the problem. Biden will not save you. Biden, a liberal centrist that has his own agendas that doesn't really suit the American people so well. Electing Biden will only pacify a history's-long situation. It will only put a Band-Aid on a giant wound. And that's similar to the crooked police, to the police in general out here. Defunding the police will only put a Band-Aid on a giant wound. And to some, just throwing salt within the wound. However, there is another solution. What is that solution? A revolution, a true revolution, where destruction of the capitalist society takes place. Destruction of Confederate relics and flags, destruction of Confederate monuments, destruction of those who oppress and hold us back. And a new social uprising shall come. And in turn, a new socialist order will be implemented. This is a must. In order for us to have things on a better track in this world. No more of the old traditional politics, no more of conservatism. As we truly know, they are for the rich. And much as the liberals like to pacify, they are still capitalist. We see, and we have been given many examples of how capitalism fails. And you see, as of now, since COVID-19 has made its mark, more and more are seeing the capitalist system failing and falling to the wayside. It will be soon time. They don't even want to give out to the American people who work their fingers to the bone. They don't even want to give out a simple $1,200 stimulus check. That's a little too much to ask for. Yet and still, you must be a slave to them. Yet and still, it's okay if you fall out and die. Yet and still, it's okay if you go out here now and still make way with this virus out here. They do not care. They do not care. If they did, they would just give a simple or even more, 2,000 or more every month to the American people. There is nothing to debate about. This is not up for debate. What they gave to the American people is a joke. Allowance money. Anyways, in this new social order, things will be very different. People are seeing how this capitalist system is failing, and it seems to be on its way out. Out of every grim situation, it seems to be something that occurs for the best. Maybe this is just it. This also will tie into the corruption of the pawns of the state and how they get off scot-free from killing people of color. And now the police, I hope the police are watching. I hope the police are seeing what happened to one of their own, especially the black police, those who are of color. You see how much they care. With cases like Breonna Taylor, you see how much they truly care. People think by getting into the police force, they are helping out society. You are being a pawn for the state. You are being a pawn for their agenda. With my lips, oppression is not a job. Okay? Oppression is not a job. They don't really serve and protect like they supposed to. I've been a witness to that personally. I've seen that living in states and cities like Newark, New Jersey. I've seen how police officers do things. No one can't tell me about that. They are oppressors of the American people, and the police force itself is rooted in colonialism. And if you don't know about that, I suggest you do some research on it. It can really help you out and see and connect the dots. They are not for us. And even when blacks or people of color get involved with the police, trying to serve a certain purpose, their judgment will also become misguided, as they will be given orders to follow. Order of the police. Give me a break. The blue wall of silence. The practices are very Masonic. Oops, did I say something I didn't suppose to say? I don't care. I am a rebel. We must do away with this crooked system. As we see for years and years, it has got us nowhere. No justice, no peace. AC, AB. So, in conclusion, a revolution must occur for everything to be right. Not just to put band-aids over giant wounds and just to pacify situations that's constantly plaguing us. And even then, afterwards, all problems are not permitted to just fade away into oblivion. But however, a new social uprising is needed. A revolution is needed for us to be on the right track towards this new future. In this new future, there will still be rules, certain rules in place to protect and make sure everybody just won't do whatever they want. Even in an anarchist type of order, there will be a cohesive unit of people dedicated to serve for the purpose of common good. Until then, I am Spiritus Nocturnus, well known as Spiritus Leach. Comrades, stay safe.